Injustice has happened to Senator Natasha today. Who knows the next person? It is obvious that it can happen to another person. And if nothing is done today, then nothing will still be done. For a woman of that status to be silenced, it shows that all the commoners are not safe. In a situation whereby the lawmakers are defiling the law, tell me who they expected to keep the law. Ukpabio. For you not to give her the chance of proving herself or expressing herself, it is very wrong. I am not convicting you, but why not give the law the chance in order to scrutinize the case if you are sure that you are innocent of the said accusation? We are talking about sexual harassment here, yet it is being swept under the carpet simply because of your position. That means your sitting there is a threat to commoners. This is like bringing up so many other things. Tomorrow you people will say, let the poor breathe. A mockery word, mockery slogan. Let the poor breathe. Let it be your slogan, I don't care. What you are doing to that woman is very bad. The gods are angry with you. Senate President, you are not doing well. Give her justice. And she cannot be granted the justice by sanctioning her, by suspending her for 6 months. That is pure intimidation. There is no atom of clarity in your judgment. It is wrong. Like I said before, you did wrong and the gods are very angry with you. I am also disappointed. Not just me. Nigerians are disappointed also in the side of our First Lady. What's the name of our First Lady? President's wife, Remi Tinubu. Forget about women supporting women. But in this very case, I expected the First Lady to look into it and make sure and ensure the Nigerians that proper justice will be carried out. Not perfect scrutiny. It is being shallowly swept under carpet. It happened to somebody. It happened to Senator Natasha today. Who knows the next person that will be the victim of injustice in this nation? Where are the Women Affairs Committee? Where are the people that stands for the voiceless? If such a woman's right can be neglected and she's now going mute, what then happens to the low people, the commoners? That is to show no one is safe. But I'm trying to let you know, Senate President, there are things you can control in your power, but there are things that will seem beyond your control. The way I am seeing this case, it is not just resulting the opposite, but definitely some people will be lingered and connected to the prosecution ahead. I see justice coming internationally. Already she has laid her complaints.
I come with a heavy heart from Nigeria, but first I'd like to apologize to Honorable Kafila Obara. I am not here to bring shame to our country. I'm here to seek help for the women of Nigeria. Again, my name is Senator Natasha Kotudwa. 5 days ago, on the 6th of March 2025, I was suspended. As a senator, I was suspended illegally because I submitted a petition of sexual harassment against the President of the Nigerian Senate, Senator Ukpabio. I thought that by submitting the petition, he would recuse himself, and both of us would submit ourselves to the Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petition for a fair and transparent investigation. But unfortunately, I was silenced and I was suspended. I was suspended for 6 months, amongst many other stringent conditions, such as taking away my security, taking away all the officials, vehicles, and other items that were handed over to me as a senator. My salaries will be cut off. I must not appear anywhere near the National Assembly. And for 6 months, I'm not to introduce myself or present myself as a senator locally in Nigeria or internationally. That means I'm here illegally, but I have no other place to go but to come here and speak to you women, because this is a bigger picture. This is a bigger picture. It depicts the crisis of women political representation. My suspension is not just about me. It's about the systemic exclusion of women from political leadership in Nigeria. Women make up 3.6% of political offices, and in the Senate, it's just 2.8. We have 109 men, and only 4 of us are women. So right now, it's 108 with only 3 women. This is a clear case of political victimization, punishment for speaking out against impunity, corruption, and gender-based violence. The United Nations Declaration 48104 declares sexual harassment as a form of gender violence. The Senate's actions are an assault on democracy. I was elected by my constituents to represent them. Yet a few powerful men have unilaterally decided to silence their voices by suspending me for 6 months. My call for an open and transparent investigation into harassment allegations have been met with hostility instead of accountability. If a female senator can be treated this way in the full view of the world, imagine what ordinary Nigerian women would go through every day in workplaces, in universities.
Do you know what it means? Nigeria as a nation is turning to mockery stuff simply because we don't value what we have. We neglect anything. We neglect all, thinking that as a giant of Africa, it is presenting us well. Never! Senator Natasha, don't worry. Everything will fall in place. But I want to let you know, Ukpabio, that which you are trying to prosecute her for, you were once guilty of that. Mr. Senate President, remember what transpired between you and Saraki during those days? Were you prosecuted for that? Now it is bring her and kill her, isn't it? Injustice in highest level. Whatever you sow is what you will reap. I am not bothered because I know boomerang is coming. The law of nature must take its course. I know that one. Karma visits us alive. But now, the question is, are we truly safe in this nation? If a woman of that level can be silenced, it simply means that there is nobody that can speak out in this nation. It will be a very big disgrace that what is denied of her here can be brought into this nation in full force by the international community. How would it look like? What then do you think that Nigeria will look like? We are answering giant of Africa, yet we cannot be able to handle one thing properly. It is a disgrace. What a shame. And the people that are supposed to look into it to handle the situation are turning their faces against that. Huh? Imagine the president's wife, first lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, saying that such story is not supposed to be heard among senators. Good and fine. Now it is heard. How is it handled? That is what matters most. What kind of thing is this? What is the future of our generations? What kind of foundation are we laying down for them? Could it be true that the law is for the rich, but its prosecution is bouncing on the poor? Be you the third citizen of this nation or even the first citizen, you are not above the law. Go to international communities, you see how it happens. Everybody is under the law. Everyone is a subject under the law. No one is above the law. Until Nigeria comes to that level, I don't see a successful Nigeria. Keep sentiment out of it. If there is anything you are putting under consideration, it shouldn't have connection with the law. Because even the seat where you are sitting, you are just a servant for the masses. You are not the head of anything. It is an office, seat of responsibility, not a throne of command. I am talking to you, Ukpabio. Whatever it is written like can still be rewritten when the time comes. But bear it in mind, a crown on the head of your merited is not different from an ordinary cap. Time will justify. Thank you very much.